which comedian and their fictional father movie wins this year?
The Machine wins all day. You go, that's probably the worst put together movie I've seen in the past 5 years. And I go, you just wait.
Action!
Okay.
Welcome back to Coming This Summer. JP Meyer and Ryan Superbad Sharp. De Niro, Robert De Niro,
Needed a paycheck.
needed a paycheck. Well, I don't think he had anything to do Memorial Day weekend, and they said, come hang out in this super luxury house on this waterfront property and just like kind of hang out with actors who suck harder than you do.
Okay. I'm
About my father.
I'm trying
Sebastian
to-
Maniscalco.
two movies, both got.
everybody's favorite comedian.
I looked up the budget. This is how bad it was. I'm sitting in the theater and I've got my phone, and I'm like, how much money did they rob someone
Yeah.
to make this movie?
$10
And I want to preface this by saying, I normally go a little easier on comedies because I know.
This wasn't a comedy,
Well,
though.
you know what I'm saying. Comedy can be. It can depend, right? Comedy's subjective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to kind of look at it slightly from the outside, like, and where it's coming from and what they're trying to do,
Yeah.
more than
Sure.
necessarily how funny you think it is.
Right.
Personally, the budget,
Now-
by the way,
Now, how funny did you think it was? On a scale of 1 to hilarious, gut-busting laughter.
you want my score right out the gate?
Yeah, I want your score right.
This is one of the lowest rated I've ever given a movie. It's like I'm gonna give it like a 3.8.
Oh.
It was bad.
Oh God.
It was bad. I was trying to force because they saying like if you make yourself smile, it just makes everything kind of like. I'm serious. And again, I normally try to be nice to like being comedians and doing the stuff that we do.
I told you,
tried
man.
to be nice.
When you said on the Machine interview
Holy-
that this was the worst movie you had ever seen, it's
not, ever, but in a long time.
In a long time,
me
there's
say
no
this.
way. There's no way. This
The
was
Machine's
worst
reported
movie ever.
budget was roughly $30 million.
Okay, which
I
isn't
looked-
bad.
I looked up the budget for this,
Yeah.
and it was 29 and point something, so roughly 30 million for math, right? Let's
Same
just say
budget.
same budget,
Yeah.
roughly. We got two movies about two comedians based on a fictional version of their life
And their dads.
struggles with their dads. I am not making that up. That's literally more or less 80% of the plots of both of these
Beat for
movies
beat
is
the
getting
plot.
over their issues with their dad. Literally, the Machine one ends with him talking to a therapist, like, I think
Yeah. How are me and my
good
father
with my
doing?
dad.
You won't believe me if I told.
And this one ends with, I'm going to go back to live with
Yeah.
near my dad. 'cause
Near my
we're-
dad.
My dad loved my dad.
I love me and my dad are great, and we're great.
Even
And
though
I get
we
the
weren't.
message.
Right. Like
Throw
it's
Throw it. These two movies, throw them in now for Father's Day. And now you have some great Father's Day movies. Memorial Day was for about my father. The Machine was just thrown
yeah.
just into the mix.
The Machine at least had
you know what I mean?
The Machine took chances. Okay?
The
And I'm going to
Machine
give
was
it I
fun.
told you initially in the review that there was a good movie in there. And
Yeah.
I think I gave it a 5 something.
Yeah.
That's there
It's
this
way
was
more entertaining.
This was AI written.
Yeah.
This was like generic
Yeah.
by the book. Like, let's set up to a stupid scene that's
Well,
supposed to be
it wasn't
funny.
written. It's not written. The movie's not written. Because every scene that they're doing, they're just like spouting nonsense.
Well, no, I don't know
like
if
the
you paid
dialogue's
attention.
not written.
The
at all.
movie ran. It's a 90-minute movie.
Yeah.
It ran on about.
Which thank God.
It ran on about. Besides the
Fucking 90 minutes too long
the
if you ask
over-the-top
me.
intro they do.
Yeah.
with the. This was when I was a kid. Do like the animated with all the
With
stuff.
the same
with
thing
the
they did in the
CGI.
Machine. Yeah.
So besides that, it ran in like 10-minute chunks.
Yeah.
That started a little baby plot that ramped up into a bit.
Yeah, my paintings look like vaginas.
Every
fart,
time.
Fart, fart,
and then
yeah.
the next bit would be like he's on a plane and he's gonna throw
He's
up,
gonna
but he
vomit.
didn't.
And then they just...
And
the-
then
why are they on that helicopter?
because
they're
the
like,
brothers showing how
We
rich
need-
they are.
We need to fly on the helicopter to get to the house because it'll take 10
We're
minutes
getting
as
a
opposed to
3-hour
driving.
drive,
Yeah,
right.
as opposed to like a 3-hour drive. And then they get on the helicopter and it's immediately like, get me off the helicopter. And it cuts to just them driving. I'm like, wow, you really had to stretch that 90 minutes out. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
'Cause the
trying to
scene's not
say.
funny.
Like,
You know what I mean? It's like, guys, he's having a panic attack. Like, land the fucking plane.
Like,
It's not
there's
funny
just-
because it's a joke. It's funny because it's like, this is absurdly written.
we're getting ahead,
It's
but
not
yeah.
even bad.
So
yeah.
it starts off with like the dude, the comedian Sebastian, is dating the girl of his dreams.
Yeah, who's rich, has a rich family.
He wants to marry her, and he's
struggling artist.
right.
Yeah.
And the family's never accepted him, but they're finally starting to accept him. So he's got to go. He finally gets to go to their summer house.
Yeah, it's
But the
Memorial Day
dad-
weekend or 4th of July.
4th of July
right?
weekend.
Yeah.
But the dad, he just lost his mom,
Right.
and
So the dad's gonna be all alone.
and the
if
dad's
he
gonna be all
leaves.
alone. So the girlfriend's like, "Why don't we just take your dad?" You know, after some whatever back and forth, they decide to take the dad.
Yeah. Here
Now,
we go.
the
Strap
opening
in, ladies
movie
and gentlemen, for the
has
funniest ride
potential.
of your life.
I will give it credit. The opening montage.
They should have spent more time before they got to the house with him and the dad.
They should have did him
De
as like a
Niro.
kid.
Or something.
Like did a whole thing,
Something.
not like a
Whole
2-minute
thing.
bit.
Give me 10 minutes of
Like-
that. Yeah.
I don't pay by the hour. I pay by the moan. So bad.
Just cut.
It was
cut right there.
so
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. No, the De Niro scenes were
For short, you can't.
yeah, were probably the best.
He now let me just
He's
say
the
I
best
like
one
him
on
as an
camera.
actor, and he
Yeah.
definitely didn't phone it in.
No.
But like
Yeah.
it felt weird because you got him like hard acting.
The
he
best,
is like
the best
selling.
Yeah, he's like basically doesn't want to be there because they're like these are rich snobs, and he's like an Italian, you know,
Right,
he's like
first
very
generation,
wholesome.
right
He's
off
like
the
farming when
he came over
Sebastian
here or whatever,
gets
yeah.
to his house. He's like growing shit and like setting
Yep.
possum traps with like the poison Oscar Mayer
He's
bologna.
spraying bologna with antifreeze.
There's
I'm
some
like,
funny
holy
shit in there, bro. There's some funny shit when it's Robert De Niro playing like basically a hard ass the whole time because he doesn't want to know his like kid is all about this like country club
But
life.
it's like it's weird. It was
The
beats.
tennis scene was pretty funny.
See, I thought that was so overdone.
The De Niro part where he's like looking and like watching his kid and like,
Just an easy game to learn.
I can't be good at tennis because my dad'll think I'm a fucking schmuck for
Right.
paying somebody to teach me tennis. And then rips off the pants and proceeds to kick ass at tennis.
It just felt
You know
like,
what I mean? But there wasn't any funny thing.
No, there's
It's
a-
just like Robert De Niro's look is funny. How he's just like,
Right.
what the fuck?
It felt like it felt like a CBS comedy.
Yeah,
and there
straight
was
to TV.
three episodes from a sitcom where the dad visits the family, and
Yeah.
they put the 3 episodes together.
This
and
is a
made
Lifetime
movie. It was
fucking
not
special.
it-
Yeah. Like a Lifetime TV special.
Like the helicopter
Hallmark.
bit.
It's a Hallmark
So
fucking movie.
They decide to go to the thing. They're for some reason at an airport picking up the rent a car. I guess people do that. Like, we never do that.
they flew on like a private jet or
Oh,
whatever.
to get to the rent a
I think so
the
because they're
thing.
coming off the plane. And later when De Niro's leaving, he's like
Oh, that's
going to
right.
the airport to get back on
That's
the
right. They
plane.
get off the airport that's some reason 3 hours away from where they've got to
Yeah.
drive to, which I guess that does happen, but geez. But for some reason, the brother knows they're there, so they get on a helicopter. He's like, come on, sis.
Yeah.
So then they
Right?
do this whole bit where they're like, suck the lemon, suck it, put it in your mouth,
That's the bit.
suck it.
That's-
You got to suck that thing, suck it all the way down. And I mean, like, I'm not exaggerating. It's like 90 seconds of them doing a
I
suck
forgot
it
about
joke.
the lemon bit. I was wondering what the point of the helicopter bit
It was
but
to
it's-
get to
it's
the lemon
that.
joke.
It's the
Suck
lemon
it, to
bit.
say
It's the
suck it.
Suck the lemon.
Suck on it.
Suck it
Put
harder.
it in your mouth. You
Put
got
it-
to put, yeah, suck all of it. Suck it down.
Which while they were filming that was take 12 because they were all dying trying to
think?
get. Oh God, yeah. Oh my
To me,
God,
that
yeah.
felt like-
Are you kidding me? They thought that was the funniest scene in the entire
Man.
movie. They thought it was the funniest scene in the entire movie.
It was just
Because it's
like,
rough. It's bad. Suck the lemon. Ha 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 ha. What?
Like I normally think you're overcritical, but I was viewing in the theater. I was like,
Yeah.
when is this over?
At least during the machine, I was like laughing.
the
and
machine had a
smiling.
couple chuckly
having
parts.
fun.
I can't
Yeah.
lie. There were some
Right.
funny things. It
Mark
was,
Hamill doing Speed, really funny.
It
When
was
he's
like
all on drugs, really funny.
I can
you
take
know?
the cringy. I like some cringe comedy, but I can take the misses when at least the attempts are like funny. Like I see what they're. I get what they're.
We're
trying to
15
do.
minutes, maybe 20 minutes in at this point, 25, I'd say,
Mhm.
right by the time they get to the house, and we've had vagina joke at the beginning. Her paintings
Right.
look like vaginas. Well, if you turn them like this, they're sunsets. Ha, fart.
Right. Yeah, and it's all walking through an art
And
show to set up to that funny
The
joke.
helicopter bit, we get suck it, suck the lemon, suck the fucking lemon. I'm sure there's a C word thrown around in there somewhere. You know what I mean? Because there has to be in every comedy movie
Th-
ever.
That ramps
what I
up.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that ramps up to the he does the water rocket boot thing.
Yeah, so then they're on like a boat, and like the older brother is like, "Hey, you want to try these water jetpack?" It's like the water pack
But
thing
for
where
your
you like
feet,
strap to
yeah.
a hose,
You're like-
basically. Yeah, and then his pants fall down, in front of the whole family, and they do the slow motion
Up the glass. Everyone saw your penis.
and everyone's still looking.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Stop.
turn around.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The magnifying glass comes out. Yeah, the whole thing.
It's so painful.
So the plot of the movie is
So painful.
he wants to get good in with her parents
'Cause
so
he's
he
gonna
can get their
ask-
blessing.
So he can say, "Will you marry me?"
So he can say, "Will you marry me?" But it's revealed that she's had a couple people buy her paintings, and so she thinks she's just like
she's popping off.
she's popping off. But it
Yep.
turns out to be the parents
And he finds out.
who are buying all her shit, and he
The
finds
boyfriend,
out
the boyfriend.
before him, and they basically try and buy him off by being like, "We're gonna
We-
make you the manager of this
5-star
super awesome hotel."
Yeah, pay you
Right.
$1 million.
Right. So the whole movie, they're trying to do like festivities and shit, and Robert De Niro is like basically playing the hard ass
Until he flips it
until
completely.
he flips, which is by far the funniest part of the movie.
Again, I think
Where
of
he's in the-
Stardust.
where
with
he's in
the
the-
pink shorts and the golf shirt.
Well, he's in like the red, white, and blue like shorts, and like the fucking he's got like the all American
He does a different
shit.
outfits. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. The first one he comes in like these bright pink.
Yeah, and he's like face painting like American flag on him. That was really funny, but it was like few and far between
I
of
was gonna say,
jokes.
It was too little, too late. I
and
was
it's just
ready
Robert
to
De Niro hamming it
bash
up.
my.
So that was
face
the
in.
funny part. The funny part wasn't because of anything the movie had done. It was because Robert De Niro is hamming it up. You know what I mean?
The tropey hippie brother didn't land
No.
for me. I thought that was
With the
terrible.
sound bowls.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sensing a lot of bad energy in here. He's the nephew who comes to stay with them in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It was just like
He's like meditating and like very zen.
we
You
need
know
this
what I mean?
connector piece for scenes. That
Yeah.
gets a few lines that we can make over the
And then
top.
there's like this weird bit about him having a girlfriend from Africa
That's not real.
that's not real, and then she just shows up and has like a South African accent, and everybody's like, "Guess she's real."
Oh,
Was that a joke? That
They
took
do
you
this.
13 highway exits to fucking
was
set
so
up
bad.
and deliver on?
then they do the haircut bit.
And then they do the haircut bit where he fucks up the. There's so many bits in garbage.
what I'm
There's no
saying.
movie.
It's a
The
TV
movie's
show.
10 minutes. Yeah,
It's a TV show.
10-minute movie.
It would be something your grandma would watch. Your grandma would be.
My mom or my grandma, she comes over every Thursday. I love my grandma. She has some different views about
Right.
things, but I love my grandma. She comes over. She's like, I watched that 80 for Brady movie, and oh my God, was it so funny?
See, she'd think
and
this
I
is.
couldn't help but smile because I'm like, well, you know,
That's who it's made for.
that's exactly who it's made for. And if she liked it, then the movie did its job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
She
this
was
is
all about it.
this is made for like
If my mom watched this,
your mom, your dad, your grandma, like 50s and up.
50s
is what
and
this
up.
is supposed to
50
be.
and up.
He's got a
would-
tie. He's ready to finally. They're both getting older, and they're gonna get
The chicken
married,
bit,
and they're trying to.
the night cologne was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. But that's just like an Italian like stereotype. They wear
Yeah,
cologne
the
to go to
racist
bed.
bit was the funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the way they
See,
do it.
The problem with this movie too was that it was very like The Machine, like where he was constantly forgot that he's acting.
Yeah.
and
He
and
thought
was
he
doing,
thinks he's playing to a crowd.
He's on stage.
He's on stage playing to a crowd. This is a live movie. We talked about this in The
He
Machine.
did. He references a chicken about I can't remember what it is about eating or something,
And then-
he goes like this. I'd be like this. Watch this, and then he does like a full circle around the room,
Yeah.
like that long, and it's like, and you're like, and De Niro standing there not saying anything, and he has to finish a literal 360-degree circle, and I'm like, and I don't just mean spin around. I mean he literally takes some steps and does a circle, and it's like that.
know?
What is? It's not funny.
And I would have taken the Arrested Development, even if it was like a
If he
subtle
butchered
reference.
the chicken,
Butcher the chicken.
then it's
Don't
funny.
do an actual chicken impression because then it's not funny.
Because exactly, if he ruins the chicken, then Robert De Niro goes, "What are you doing?"
That's not
And
a
he's like,
chicken.
I'm
Yeah.
doing a chicken. What do you mean? What am I doing? And then he's like, "That's
Yeah.
not a chicken."
How many chickens? What chickens have you seen? Yeah.
About what
Right.
a chicken is now. It's funny
Uh-huh.
because De Niro doesn't even acknowledge
The joke.
the 15-second
Chicken
bit.
bit.
He goes right into his bit.
Yeah. It's like there's no like acknowledgement of the chicken thing.
There's not.
And he just like it's like an unnecessary scene, and then it just launches into another thing. And it's like, are you going to bed? Yeah, I'm going to bed. The next scene, it's the morning. Morning, everybody. Oh, De Niro made breakfast for everybody. Oh, he's loving
$30
it.
million. It's all I could think. Every
Well,
time
10 million went to De Niro.
Kim Cattrall from Sex and the City was the mom. I will say, as far as
Yeah.
personality and written, and
Yeah.
I know I'm weird, and we sound like Christopher Nolan smelling our farts here sometimes with reviews, but
I wish this was smelled its own farts.
no, but I'm saying the way we critiquing
I'd rather be
it.
smelling my own farts than watching
Because
this
I'm saying,
movie.
like, again, we try to look at it from different point of views. If you're 50 and up, you're probably gonna think it's funny.
It's probably a great
It's
movie.
Cute. It's
Yeah.
a cute movie. My
Yeah.
grandma, because that's the kind
Yeah.
of movie it is. And I'll say that the only super well written character, I liked his girlfriend. I thought she was fine. She was
She's
happy.
good in
she
everything,
wasn't just
though. She's
mean for
pretty
no
good.
reason.
Yeah,
They didn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
any dumb tropes like that. I thought the dad, her dad, killed it with the real
Yeah.
pretending that nothing is on fire every time something's on fire. Basically, like the world's ending. Is like
He's like
so. Anyway,
he's like like Eugene Levy from like Cheaper by the Dozen or some shit, where he's like just good rich dad. You know
Just
what
like,
I mean? And he's just
nothing-
like nothing's wrong.
right?
No-
Whenever
nobody
something's
has
wrong,
problems.
he just goes
Yeah.
right over the top.
Yep. Nobody ever has a problem, and everything's cool
Moving
in my
on.
own little world, and we'll solve that later. Yeah, somebody else will fix that. Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
Yeah.
But like everything was so dragged down that I'm like, this isn't funny.
It's not. It's not good. The whole movie is not good. You gave it a 3,
3.8.
3.8. That's still too high. I'd give it a 3, a solid 3.
Wow.
It was horrible. It was not good.
No, there's not very many redeeming things.
Even if
about
I
it.
liked that comedian, I've never watched the dude stand up before. You know what I mean? The Sebastian
No.
Maniscalco.
I've seen some
whatever.
stuff.
Yeah,
but
I'm good. I like the stand up comedians I like, and I don't even watch Bert Kreischer. You know what I mean?
right, I don't either.
Like, and I thought the movie was way funnier than this. So, hey, don't go see it. If you have a
if you're-
free ticket to the movie,
you're an older person,
anything else.
If for some reason you watch our channel, thank you first of all.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry we shit on your favorite movie of the year.
But yeah, I mean, if that's your range, you're an older, then you probably like it because it's harmless. There's nothing. You get to see a butt for 9 seconds.
Hot, but
There's barely any foul language.
No.
Seriously, they barely cuss.
We've cursed more in this video than they did in the entire
It's a very
movie.
I'm almost guarantee your grandma would like it.
Yeah. Well, I bet she would.
Cute.
Yeah, it's fun. De Niro's fun. Yeah, because he is. Because he's probably single-handedly the best part about the movie.
Oh yeah, I would
Yeah,
agree with that.
yeah.
But if you're not in that age group, then you're probably not gonna like it.
I'd skip this
If you're
one.
a De Niro super fan or a Sebastian super fan, you must see what they've done.
The
Then I
Elaine
guess
movie
watch
was
it.
worse than this.
I don't want to say doubting you about this,
You
but I was
laughed
like,
a little bit. You laughed at least once in the Robert De Niro one, right? At least one time during either the where he's hamming it up in the clothes. I giggled when he shows up in that fucking outfit and the red, white, and blue all
I think I
American shit.
smiled.
You won't smile at all and hurt my feelings. You won't. The whole movie
This is saying
is bad.
you
It's garbage.
you poo pooed all over this
There's
one.
no
and I was
funny
like,
movie. in
He
there.
is way meaner on movies.
I
just
am.
in general. So I'm like, he's
Yeah.
probably.
I'm a
it's-
negative
I'm gonna,
Nancy.
I'm gonna
a
walk
Debbie
in
Downer.
there and
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, oh, it wasn't,
It wasn't
that bad.
Yeah.
I shit you not. 15
Yeah.
minutes in, I went, God damn, he's on
So
point.
right.
This is bad. Again, it started
Yeah.
off with the potential.
Yeah.
I will say this before I forgot before we leave.
Yeah.
The opening scene.
I didn't
with
go into it
he's-
wanting it to be bad
I didn't either.
Right.
I actually went in going, he's gonna be wrong.
I'm wrong.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna like this. It's Robert De Niro. I'm gonna like this.
Right.
You're
That's
an idiot.
that's what
You're
I
a kid and you suck. That's what I'm thinking when I walk in, and then again it
Like,
opens with
fucking,
potential.
What do you know?
It's like my dad was like a legendary stylist in Chicago, and then it shows Robert De Niro with the worst ponytail you've ever seen,
I
wearing
must
this
have
like
missed that. Maybe I walked
black
in a little.
vest and these like slack black pants on, and he's like Mr. Pimp, but they didn't de-age him even though he's supposed to be like 50 years younger than he is now. So I'm like, okay. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and then like it cuts to him as a kid, and he's like massaging a lady's head, and he goes, "I don't pay you by the hour, I pay you by the moan."
moan,
And then
yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is okay. Let's see where this goes. And then that was it.
Give me the barbershop movie with Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
as
I would
an
take-
Italian barber. Yeah,
Yeah, with the ponytail.
what's a way
Just
funnier
wasted
movie.
him.
And then just make Sebastian Maniscalco one of his employees, and that
Or
would
his
be an
adult
infinitely,
son. You
or
could do
his-
like a.
yeah,
he wants his
work
son to take
together.
over, and his son doesn't want to.
That
there.
would have been an
This
infinitely
this
better
was a
movie.
Waste. It was a waste of Robert De Niro. And I know by the time we're in a position to like interview and sit down with some of these people, they're gonna be
Go,
like,
what
going
the
on that
fuck
show.
is wrong with
Sebastian's like, I'm not sitting in on
Yeah.
they shit all over my movie. But I mean, like, we honestly, I mean, if we make a shitty movie, then tell us how bad it sucks, because I mean, that's not the
I
goal.
want to know. I guarantee you, anything I write will be better than this pile of fucking trash.
It wasn't funny.
No.
Like, it didn't take a chance. The machine took a chance. Like, in the battle of the two movies that cost $30 million that star comedians that kind of pretended to write about
and
their
two really
life.
old guys
sorta
who play their fathers who are way better actors than they are.
Go see The Machine.
Go see The Machine. Infinitely
That
better
one took
movie.
chances. That one at least punned it up. That one at least
You
did
will-
some dumb things
you
that
will
were like,
have
okay.
a good afternoon, evening, whatever, if you go see The Machine.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. You will. It's not a bad movie.
There's no eye rolls in the sense of like, oh man, that didn't even remotely land.
Yeah.
Like, there'll be eye rolls like, okay, I was a little over the top, but I see what they're like, the neck punch. Okay, ha ha ha, I get what they're trying to
You're
do.
fisting it. Yeah. It's so warm. See, that's way funnier than suck the lemon, suck it, suck the lemon,
What
suck
is
the
this
lemon.
made for? Yeah, I'm done. Don't. It's very rarely will you ever hear me say,
Don't
go
invest
see
in
it.
Robert De Niro movies.
I know, we should build like
There's
a
a De Niro
stock
con
market.
in New York City for his 80th birthday. They're doing De Niro
there?
con. I'm not kidding. And I want to go and be like, why did you make this shitty movie?
Yeah, the Zac Efron one, I get. The
Dirty
one with
Grandpa.
the other old people that, you go on. I get
Sure.
get those.
Right.
But this just,
This was horrible.
tell me you read this script and went, yeah,
I could be this.
this
This is good.
is top tier.
Yeah, the 5-page script.
No.
Yeah.
This was,
The 6-page
movie-
manuscript that
hey,
they
how much can we get this financed for?
the studio says
30
we'll give
million.
you 30.
Oh, I can do the movie for 9. All right. How much does Robert De Niro cost? That's how
5.
that went.
He cost $5 million. Oh, we can do this thing for 4.
30. Where did
Fucking
the
$4
$30
million.
go? Where did the $30 million go? Seriously.
Yeah, in the ATM.
Seriously.
In the ATM deposit.
That means best case scenario minus marketing. This movie needs to make
Marketing.
75-ish million, 70, 75 million
I
worldwide
don't think it's
to
even
break even.
close to that. Is it? Transformers struggle to make 60 million. About my father. We're done. We're okay with
Everybody
that.
keeps getting arrested. It'll just be like, hey guys, you understand. So we're switching it up.
Yeah. Hey,
I mean,
you know, if they hey, do the crime, do the time. You know what I'm saying?
Universal or Paramount still owns partial rights to Namor.
To Namor. Yeah, and
So-
Hulk, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
So MCU's like, cool, we don't want those rights.
Yeah, you can keep that guy. You can keep that guy. But you didn't kill him in your last movie. Yeah, we'll just
I thought you were gonna bring. Well,
we're just not gonna use him. You know.